Hey everybody, my name is Nigel Bell. I'm the program director for the Boys and Girls program, After School program here at Boys and Girls High School. Um, I'm so excited for you guys to be here. I would like to introduce our principal, Miss Harrison Walker.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our fifth annual Community School Forum. And I just wanted to thank Ms. Cummings and the entire Good Shepherd Services family for putting this event together. I also wanted to thank the staff, our students, our parents, our community members, and all of you who have joined us and that have been a part of the planning of this event. One of the things that we love about the Community School Forum is that it has been used as a platform to help us as we are starting to look deeper into our programs. So we welcome your feedback. We are excited about having you here tonight. And we also want you to know that your ideas will be a part of our comprehensive educational plan, which is our CEP. So we want to make sure that you know that your voices matter more than ever, especially as we continue to talk about the changing climate and the current events. I also wanted to just thank all of our people who have created some wonderful testimonies tonight. So thank you once again for being here.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Harrison. Again, I would like to thank everybody, every student, every teacher, every parent, every community member that's on here tonight, and even everybody who participated with us throughout the whole entire year. We couldn't have done this without you guys. Um, just a few things I want to go over before we start our forum. Just some community agreements. First off, we're gonna have a few live presentations, a few pre-recorded presentations. So could you guys please mute your mics once the show starts rolling? Also, this forum is going to be recorded. So I mean, if you guys want to put your cameras on like me, so you can see your faces or not. But after this is recorded, we're all going to put posters on the Boys and Girls website just so you guys can go back to it for future references. Um, Another thing, if you guys have any questions while we're going throughout the forum, please use the text box. Text it, say if you like it, and say if you don't. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it though. One more thing. At the end of this forum, we're all gonna send out a survey to everyone. Just we like some input. So please make sure you guys complete the survey. All right. So to jump it off, we're gonna start off with Miss Tamika Ford from Emerge Soul. She's been working with us for about I don't even know for how long, but I've been there at Boys Girls for about 2 years now. She's done some amazing work with our students and our teachers. She's here to do something with our parents. So Miss Tamika, you ready?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Thank you for having me, boys and girls family. I just wanted to take a moment to invite you to take a purposeful pause as we prepare to have this very important conversation and planning for the future of our school. And so I invite you to come into a comfortable seated space. Sitting up nice and tall, allow your spine to grow tall. And just begin to settle in. And I just want to share with you that your breath is one of the most powerful tools for change that you have. It's right in your back pocket. You can use it to relax, to let go of limiting beliefs, or to energize you. So today we're going to use the breath to help us relax and just to release some tension. So really begin to focus your attention on your breathing. Take a long, slow, deep breath. And begin to notice where you feel the breath in your body. Do you feel it in your throat, in your chest, your nose, your stomach? Where exactly do you feel the breath in your body? Just begin connecting to the floor. And on your next exhale, just begin to soften the muscles around your Soften the muscles around your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Soften your cheeks, your mouth, and your jaw. And sometimes we hold tension in the jaw. So let's gently just open the mouth and part the teeth. Allow the tongue to move around. And float that tongue down to the floor of the mouth. And gently close the mouth. Soften your neck, your throat, your shoulders. Soften all the muscles in your body, starting at the top of your head, coming down the back, softening the muscles in the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back, and the middle back. Soften the muscles in your chest and your belly. Soften your lower legs, your upper legs. Take another long, slow breath in and mentally give yourself permission to relax. And let's just take 3 deep breaths together before we end this. So breathe in through the nose, allow the belly to fill with air, bringing in peace as you breathe in. And as you breathe out anything unlike peace. Again, breathing in peace. And breathing out anything unlike peace. One more time, breathing in peace. Get the full in. And breathing out anything unlike peace. Just take a second here to allow the body to restore and reset. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back into your space where you are. Allow a little bit of movement to the space. And if your eyes were closed, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, coming back into a state of awareness. Thank you for sharing in this practice with me. May you have a wonderful meeting. Be well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tamika. Thank you so much. I feel so relaxed right before we're about to jump into this this forum. Real quick, before we jump into the next thing, I see a few of the students. I see a few teachers. Could we do a quick roll call in the chat real quick? If you guys are here, just say here. I'll give you a quick shout out.
I'm here. Mama G.
How you doing, Miss Gaston? Mama G. Mr. Shane.
I'm here.
Hey, Miss Woodenhand, I see you. Hey, Dana. Miss Wright. Who else we got? We got Mr. Yaku.
Nigel, what's up?
Nelson.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Bogello?
All right. The meeting just started.
Hey, Miss Mello. Hey, Miss
Hi. Hi, Miss Lewis. Thank you.
I love that roll call. All right. So look,
Hey,
how you doing, Miss Lewis? All right. So for our next up, we got my main man, Mr. Moy. Everybody, please give it up, Christopher Moy.
Everyone. Spirits. This is your boy, Christopher Moy, and I'm here live on your computer drive. And I just want to say that I hope during these dark times that everybody on here and your families and your friends that you allowed your time to find some peace. And I hope through these dark times that you allow me to bring some light into your life right now with this nice icebreaker we're about to play called If You Got It, Go Get It. So it goes a little something like this. There are 4 categories, right? So one of them are, if you got it, go get it. Also, just a little introduction. Don't mind my scarf. As we know, my hair is not up to teach, so I had to finesse the best way I can. And don't mind my comfortable silky robe. It's just something I like to get into every once in a while. But anyway, So the name of the game is 4 categories, right? Okay, so the first one is if you got it, go get it. Example, when I say if you got it, go get it, if you have ginger ale in your house, go get it. You have 20 seconds to go get it. You have 20 seconds to go get it and bring it back and show it to the camera. Now, for those who would like to engage in this game, I ask that the camera on. That way, so when you get it, you could bring it to the camera and say something so your image could appear and you could win a gift card. We have giveaways for this game. So the first person, I say again, the first person to appear in front of the camera with that object is the person that will earn a giveaway. And how do you go about that? Once I say you have won, you was the first person to appear with your object, you will drop your email in the chat. If you don't have an email, then you can also drop your number. If you're uncomfortable dropping your number, then please just drop your name so we can find a way to reach out to you, or drop your child's name, your student name, so we can still find a way to contact you to make sure that you get that giveaway. So another category is the alphabet. I can say something like, go to your bathroom and find something that starts with a Z. You have to run, and if you got it, bring it to the camera. Another category, find something in your house that you could use during a home invasion. You run, you got 20 seconds, you run, go get it, bring it back to the camera. The other one, find something you can use during a power outage. You find it, bring it back. And then for those who are uncomfortable showing their face right now and you're just listening through audio, you can also engage with trivia. I'll ask a question like, how often are you supposed to wash your bed sheets at home? So all these trivia questions I'm going to ask have something to do with your home. So let me just hear from some of you guys. Are we ready to play?
Yes.
I said, are we ready?
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, let's ride. All right. Now, example, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to put it on you guys. I say, if you have ginger ale, go get it. I don't need to go anywhere. It's right here. Ginger ale. Technically, I won. So that is all you guys have to do. Some of you, it may not be that close. You got to run. You got 20 seconds. All right, here we go. Also, we're starting right now, so you're going to want to turn your video on and say something, like run back to the camera and say, I got it.
Come on, let's play.
Okay. If you got it, go get it. Vaseline, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, Ovi is the winner. Ovi was the first one to play with Vaseline. Ovi, we already have your email. We will be getting to you shortly, sir. Hold on.
Yeah.
Next one.
Chris, you have less than 1 minute.
Less than 1 minute? Okay, let's spice it up a bit. Find something you can use during a power outage. You have 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Right here.
4.
Oh.
My flashlight. Oh, my phone. I think Evan was first. Evan was first.
Evan was first?
What you got? Who had it first? Cynthia's mom.
She had it first. She got it first. Simone had it first. We're going to give it to Simone.
All right, so we're going to move along with our agenda, and we're going to introduce a parent of boys and girls, Miss Lisa Mendez. Lisa Morez. Lisa, are you there? Miss Morez?
I'm sorry, I had to turn my mic on.
How are you today?
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is well. Oh, wait 1 second, because okay, this is crazy. Okay. So I'm here. I'm going to start this forum with the hopes and give reviews of the school. So review and evaluate the school data, benchmarks, and community accomplishments for the school year, as described in the Comprehensive Educational Plan, the CPE. Discuss and determine community school priorities for the coming year through collaborative planning.
You don't want to happen to us. No, that's all about you. That is your stuff in the square, trying to be a part of it for you.
Discussions to be incorporated into the school CPE. Create a strong sense of community and excitement for your school.
All right, thank you, Ms. Morez. Everybody give it up for Ms. Morez. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also the agenda, Ms. Morez. Sorry. You can go over
Yes, the agenda is what is a community school? Testimonies, Good Shepherd services, the state of the school, the 6 pillars, open discussion and closings.
All right, thank you, Ms. Morez.
You're very welcome.
All right, so next up, we're gonna bring back Christopher Moy.
Yes. All right. In loving memory, it is with great sadness that we remember individuals from our various communities who have lost their life or experienced losses due to COVID-19. COVID-19, a pandemic which continues to cause considerable loss of life, has clearly impacted everyone on some level. Today, we want to remember family members of Boys and Girls High School, students and staff, and the Bed-Stuy Crown Heights community who have lost life or experienced some form of loss due to COVID-19. Let's pause for a moment of silence as we reflect on ways to be supportive of each other in these unprecedented times. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that we please have a moment of silence. And I will also like to add that that moment of silence wasn't just for COVID-19, but it was also for our brothers and sisters who are going to the struggle right now, and who are out there protesting for us out in those streets right now, and for the ones that we have already lost. Thank you.
Yes, Chris. Thank you for that. We're all going through some tough times right now. That moment of silence was also to shed light on what's going on right now across our world. Next up, unfortunately, our community school director, Sandra Cummings, she couldn't be here today. I'm stepping in her place for today to facilitate the forum. She does have a small pre-recorded message that we would like to play right now. Here, everybody.
First of all, we want to remember Mrs. Sam Kennard, our Boys and Girls High School Community Associate, an advocate we lost last year. Mr. Kennard was an ardent advocate of our students and our community as a whole. He was passionate about the students, their struggles, their successes, his community, books, jazz, and his African American culture. He placed a high value on learning and cultural relevancy in education. Mr. Kennard loved Boys and Girls High School and worked hard in making sure everyone knew its history. Even more so, he was passionate about securing the legacy of the institution. He was a mentor, a teacher, an advocate, a colleague, a community organizer, a revolutionary, and he had a great sense of humor. He loved teaching and challenged the youth at critical thinking whenever possible. Mr. Kennard was an expert on pedagogy and the community school model. He was instrumental in helping to transform Boys and Girls High School into the community school it is today. A community school is a partnership between school staff, families, youth, and the community to raise student achievement by ensuring that children are physically, emotionally, and socially prepared to learn while building community. Community schools support the whole child and their family. Schools partner with community organizations such as Good Shepherd Services and NYU Lutheran to provide additional services and support. The services may include comprehensive enrichment programming, on-site medical and dental care, mental health services, vision screening, glasses, one-on-one mentoring, coaching, family engagement, academic and attendance support, the arts, and much more. All of the services provided in a community school are free. Beginning in fall 2014, 45 schools became New York City community schools, as part of an attendance dropout prevention grant. There are now 267 community schools across every district in New York City. That's huge. When students feel supported and welcome, they thrive in school. Boys and Girls High School is a community school. Thank you for being part of our community, and thank you for your presence here today.
All right. All right. So again, Sandra Cummings, our community school director, she couldn't be here today. On behalf of Good Shepherd and also the Boys and Girls family, we'd like to send our love for her on this day. Thank you for that pre-recording. I also like to give a big shout out to all of our community partners. Whether we have Miss Tamika Ford here, whether it's Alvin Ailey, whether it's Emerge Soul. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you guys right now, but thank you all. We couldn't get throughout the year without you guys. So next up, we have a few student and teacher testimonies to talk about a little bit about community schools and some of the work that we have done. So here's some testimonies.
Hi, my name is Justin Yockel, and I'm a first-year teacher here at Boys and Girls High School. I'm new to the school, but I already see how the strength of the community is so integral to our two pillars, and those being mental health and wellness, and family and parental engagement. And admittedly, online teaching has its problems, and it pales in comparison to real-world teaching in the building. But we've gotten this far because of the bonds that students, teachers, and parents have made before the crisis. I would say that it's a bedrock that we can fall back on for these times. And that's heartening because it proves that schools are so much more than academics. You don't have great academics without all the support and love that go around it. It's strong parental engagement that gets those kids in front of that screen at 9 a.m. every day, even on week 11 of this experiment. So with that, normalcy and a daily check-in for continuity. So I just want to make sure everyone feels thanked and recognized in this endeavor. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mello, and I wanted to share my experience as a teacher at a community school. I've been working at Boys and Girls for the past 3 years, and I honestly can't imagine working at a school that isn't a community school. It's amazing to see the ways in which the structures that are set in place really seek out to help the whole child. So it's not just focused on academics, but supporting kid needs, which is so important and oftentimes overlooked. I also am just amazed to see how many community organizations we are involved with that provide opportunities for students. We have services such as Good Shepherd services, who attach a success coach to students from the minute they walk into our doors to the minute that they graduate, which just kind of reiterates that idea that a community school really seeks to create this village that is focused on supporting every need that a student may have. And I think it's incredible to see the way kids grow and become so inspired by the multitude of adults, whether they're support staff, teachers, or community members, that have fostered them into the person that they are by the time they graduate.
Hi everyone, Louis Blackstock, a soon-to-be junior at Boys and Girls High School. And if I were to recommend this school, I would recommend it to everyone and anyone. Because my freshman year, the first semester, my attendance was really poor, my grades were low, and then I was recommended to the after school program. And from there, I met new people, and then I started understanding the atmosphere and how cool it was. So I got kind of close with some of the staff members actually. Then I don't know what happened. Like everything started going up. Everything started getting better. My attendance, my grades. Then I started getting involved in like other after school activities, like sports and stuff like that. Just made school more fun for me, and how it made me understand how much the teachers are there for you, and how the students are actually like cool people. Overall, it's a great school.
I'm not gonna lie, ever since this quarantine started, I had no idea where we was gonna head after this. Like, who would have thought that we would leave school on a Friday and not come back? Like, at first I was excited about this, no school for a month thing, until they started dragging back the times that we would, quote unquote, go back to school and everything would reopen, to the point where, we have to go to school online now and communicate with our teachers through video chats and do online assignments. Now, me personally, as a student, I like working face to face with my teachers. Like, I can't really work with my teacher on the other side of the screen and then I'm just, here doing the assignments for him or her, because I don't know, it's just not how I'm used to learning. I like having somebody right there with me, physically with me, telling me step by step what to do. After school has helped me. Good Shepherd has helped in many ways by providing us with activities to do to get, not to get our minds off of education, but to give us a little break, a little breather, to remind us that we can still have fun while these times are still going on. And it's a blessing to know that these people from Good Shepherd, the staff, Chris, Nigel, Tremaine, everyone, is still by our side while this epidemic is going on. So I shout them out for being there still, even though this crisis is happening, and they show that they still care and they will still be there to give us whatever we need, provide us with the things that that we usually do in after school. So it's a true blessing to have them around.
Almost shed a tear during those testimonies. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Mr. Yako, big shout out to you. Miss Mello, Ovi, Louie, my boy. Thank you guys. We also have one more live testimony that we would like. Is Miss Chung here? Miss Chung, are you here?
Yes.
There you go. The floor is yours. How you doing, Miss Chung?
Pretty good.
All right, here you go.
Well, I was just going to type in a message too, so here it goes. It's awesome. I mean, it's sad that it's come to this to be at school, because you can't get to be around you guys and be in with each other, but we're making the best of it, and I have to praise both the teachers, all you guys, and the kids for getting up and doing it every day, even though and I've got one that don't like doing it, but does it anyway. So big shout out to everyone. I guess it will come to an end eventually, and we will be back in the building, but for now I guess we just have to have patience and keep doing it, and great job, all of you guys. And I saw Chris the other day, because I thought, because we're doing online teaching, that you guys wouldn't gonna GSS wasn't gonna be there. But then I saw Chris teaching my son the other day, and I was like, I had to say hello because I was shocked. So good job, guys. Good job.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in and say thank you, bro. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And thanks everyone for your patience and your keeping up and getting up every day and doing it, even though you're not getting to a building. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chung, for that.
Yeah.
Pretty much like you said, like everything you said. It takes a village to raise a child. Not only the parents, the students, but the teachers, the community members, the community partners. We all play a hand in it, and I'm thankful that we're all here so we can all
Oh,
experience it.
absolutely.
Next up, I guess it's like the Good Shepherd after school part. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of Good Shepherd staff members that we have. From our success coaches, Mr. Walker, Miss Stefania, Miss Maraza, Miss Sydney, Miss Cummings, and then our after school staff, Mr. Moy, you know you're my boy, Miss Tremaine, Adriel, Lovely, Iris. Big shout out to Iris for completing this video. This is a quick little video from the after school team. So please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Sandra Cummings. I'm the Community School Director here at Boys and Girls High School, and I work with Good Shepherd Services.
Hi, my name is Nigel Bell. I work for Good Shepherd Services at Boys and Girls High School. I'm the program director for the after school program here. It's Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Christopher Moy. I work here at Boys and Girls High School for Good Shepherd Services after school program. I am a youth development specialist and also an after school coordinator.
So at the beginning of every year, we have like an annual kickoff where we have students who would have signed up for our after school program. We meet in sort of like a rally and we give them an idea of our goals, our values, what we stand for, what we are committed to doing for them, and how they can meet us halfway. What is expected of them throughout the course of the year while they're in after school. Rules and regulations and all are explained pretty much in detail. We go back and forth with a little bit of icebreakers, some games, ask questions if there's some clarification. And we pretty much just give them a breakdown of what the year would look like moving forward.
When the students come inside, they receive a snack or a hot meal. Then we offer academic tutoring.
Hi, my name is Tremaine Moses. I work with Good Shepherd Services, Boys and Girls High School. One of the things that I do mainly is English tutoring, but I also help most of the students with their social studies, some of their Spanish, a little bit of science. I normally help distribute the snacks. I help arrange with lining up in the cafeteria, bringing them upstairs to the various rooms for homework help and tutoring, game room or activities.
Hi, I'm Iris Goodwin, and I work at Good Shepherd Services at Boys and Girls High School as the film and video production instructor. What we do here is we go around the school and we shoot the different events that are going on. We edit and we present it to the student body. We have a virtual TV studio in which we learn television production, behind-the-scene production, and photography as well.
We also offer visual arts where students learn how to make cartoons and different visuals.
Hi, I'm Lovely Dard, and I'm the Visual Arts Specialist with Good Shepherd Services at Boys and Girls High School. I teach the students After Effects, Photoshop, and other forms of artwork.
We also offer the studio where our producer shows and teaches the students how to produce beats, how to edit samples, and also how to record and pretty much make a track.
Run that back. Run that back.
Let's sing that again. Come on.
In dance, we choreograph several dances that we put on performances for the school and any events that we happen to come across. We also offer the kids sex ed, where they receive information on the proper ways to go about safe sex. We also have weekly huddle, which is where we have conscious and relative conversations about what's going on in the world and keeping up with current events. We have a game room, and the game room is offered to the students so they can play any games they like, from board games to video games, PS4, the Wii. We have Monopoly, Trouble, Taboo, so many different games, and card games, Uno, that the students can engage in on their own time when it's activity time.
We also try to take the students out once a month to try to expose them to different things. We take them to the Barclays Center to watch the Nets game, hockey games. We take them to museums, skating rings, movies. I think after school is important for the kids, not only to receive the academic tutoring, but also to it's like a family here. So the kids get to mingle with people they normally don't get a chance to mingle with. They receive support. They have somebody to talk to. It keeps them off the streets. To help improve academics throughout the school year. We help stay on top of them. We're like a mentor to them as well.
We need to really start to celebrate a lot of the things that we're doing. And I thank Ms. Cummings and the Good Shepherd team for organizing this tonight.
During the holiday times, we try to reach out to the families to get them to come inside the school to mingle with us as a program and as a community. So we host Thanksgiving dinners, we host holiday parties, we host Black History Month event, we host showcases to showcase the talent.
Loud as the rolling sea.
I can't tell you guys how much I love and enjoy my job and working with my kids. I call them my kids because they are no longer students to me. We are family. This program is very important. We offer a lot of activities and opportunities for these students to better themselves. And just the after-school period, man, it's not about building, the perfect student. It's more like building a perfect human or building a perfect family. And that's what we're all about here at Good Shepherd Services.
What a great.
It's dope.
Awesome job, guys.
Big shout out to Iris Goodwin, our film and photography specialist, for creating that video. And thank you for all of the kids and everybody. You guys seen everybody's faces in the video. So thank you guys for being a part of that. Just real quick, I know the forum's supposed to end at 5 o'clock. We're running a little behind. So please, guys, please stay on. We have some good stuff coming up. I would like to introduce our principal of the school, Ms. Gretchen Harrison Walker.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening again. And I am going to keep this brief because we have a lot of things going on and we are really excited to get to some great discussions from you all. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the state of the school. I know that we've been in remote learning for, believe it or not, we are starting our 11th week of remote learning. And I just want to give a special shout out to all of you for your patience, your flexibility as time has gone on. So as I talk about the state of the school, I just have to tell you that this is a concerted effort. We could not have done any of this without each and every one of you. So I want to thank all of the assistant principals and big shout outs to Ms. Whittingham, Ms. Story Rogers, and Mrs. Henry Rary, our teachers, our support staff, our amazing students, our parents, our Good Shepherd Services family, and all of our community partners. You have helped to make this such a huge success. Since the 2012-2013 school year, Boys and Girls High School was actually on what we call a priority list. And please understand that these different titles that we've had over the years, from renewal for the city to receivership with the state, was based upon the fact that our graduation rate had been dismal. It was really low and we were struggling. meaning that students were not graduating at a higher rate. They were not graduating college and career ready. But I am pleased to say that over the last 3 years, we have seen a major increase. There's been over a 12% increase in our graduation rate. And that is a testament to our teachers and our students and all of you that keep it 100 every day in attendance, academics, and your progress towards graduation. Then we also have our college readiness. This is extremely important, especially as we talk not just about college readiness, but our college and career preparatory course index. Because what this meant is that students began to take rigorous courses. So we really started to see a major trend. And with that, we saw over a 4% increase over the last 3 years as well. And keep in mind that this is how the state looks and measures our data, especially as they are thinking about our overall progress and whether or not we are being successful as a school community. So we also have college readiness index. So our college readiness index means that we really had to take a clear look at how our students were being prepared for graduation in both math and ELA. And the entire school community has really been doing an amazing job. It's one of the key reasons why we have been pushing PM School, Saturday Academy, Regents Prep, Regents Boot Camp, and all the extra supports that you've been getting. And over the last 3 years, we've seen over a 13% increase. So you need to give yourselves a hand for that. We've also had some other changes that we've seen within our school community. Now, one of the areas that we continue to talk about is attendance. Attendance has been something that we look at and we take a close look at this every single week. We have an amazing attendance committee that is comprised of administrators, teachers, support staff, and we really try to look at trends and patterns, not just since we've been in the school building, but also taking a look at engagement while we are in remote learning. So our attendance, we've noticed that it's been a little stagnant. It's been in the 80s, and what we're trying to do is get it up to 100%. We are outreaching to families. We are really trying to ensure that our families have access to technology and that we continue to get these numbers up, because we know that is a correlation to academic progress. We've also been looking at chronic absenteeism, which is something that also stands out. And as the DOE continues to look at chronic absenteeism, or the number of students who are out for significant periods, we have also started to look at different patterns that may be affecting them. If it's social and emotional issues, mental health factors, things that are going on at the home, in the home, we have been working as a school community to just try to address those needs. And it's some of the work that we will continue to talk about, and we encourage you to give us some ideas about how we can work to improve attendance. Now, I also want to share something else that has happened since we met last year, and that is, Ms. Cynthia, I'm just going to ask you to go to the previous slide under state approval before we go to remote learning. So we have actually had one of our career and technical educational programs be certified, and that is electrical technology. So I want to give a huge shout out to the entire CTE department, to our administrators who have been working together to make sure that this is possible. We are really excited. And what that means for the Boys and Girls High School community is that beginning with the class of 2020, they will be able to graduate with not just a Regents endorsed diploma, but also a diploma certified in their technical area. So this is something that we're really proud of. It also provides them with the 4+1 option, meaning that they will be able to use this certification in lieu of a state assessment. And last but not least, I wanted to share some data regarding remote learning. So as we said previously, remote learning launched on March 23rd. We have been using our educational platform and Google Classroom as a way to reach our students. And we know, we've heard it tonight, we know that we miss you as well. We love you and we cannot wait to physically be with you. But one of the things that we have been excited about is that we've been able to take our school community on the road and work collectively to continue to support you. So please know that the social and emotional platforms that we have available from teachers that each and every day, and I have to give a big shout out to my teachers, they have been doing live instruction every day. So students are able to log in and teachers are working with them and providing support. We also have our parents. Our parent coordinator, Ms. Gaston, has been continuing to provide families with ongoing information about things that are happening within the school community and also just see what type of things that they may need assistance with. Our assistant principals have been working with teams of teachers across grades and within each content area to ensure that you have all of the supports that you need. And now, just to look at some of the data, okay, and that's the next slide, Ms. Cindy. Thank you. All right, so our interaction rate for remote learning has been 75%. Students who have been turning in assignments, the numbers are increasing every day, but we're up to 80%. We have 422 students that are on register, and out of those students, we have 133 that are special needs students. And that's one of the reasons why our teachers are so passionate about finding innovative and engaging ways to reach all of our young people. We also have been working with a number of our students who are in temporary housing, students who during COVID-19 and throughout this entire process have been impacted in so many different ways. We have an entire team who have been devoted to finding resources to reach not just our students, but also our families. I encourage you to please visit our website, which has become an amazing, amazing resource. So big shout out to Shane Andrews. On that site, you will find every link imaginable. You'll be able to find links to access Google Classroom, for our families, Pupil Pass, so you can check on the progress of your child. There's also an important link, and it's known as bookings, which allows you to actually reach out to any member of the school community to schedule an appointment if you have any questions or concerns. So once again, I wanted to thank each and every one of you. As I said, this has been a concerted effort. I am just so happy to be with you tonight. And the best is yet to come. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harrison, for presenting that data. Wow. Go boys and girls. Next, I would like to introduce our senior mental health counselor, Miss Sydney. Everybody give it up to Miss Sydney.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to quickly go through our 6 pillars, and this is these are the topics of discussion, and this is the next section of our program. So we focus on engagement in academics, health and mental health, school environment and culture, family engagement, attendance, and community partnerships. Because we want to keep this short on time, we're only focusing on 3 pillars tonight, and that's going to be engagement in academics, health and mental health, and school environment and culture. The other pillars, we will be sending out a survey to everyone. We're going to put the link into the chat box right now, but we're also keeping track of who's been attending this forum, and we'll send it out through email, through Kinvolve, and whatever way you prefer to receive the information. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to our presenters who are going to talk about the topic.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Mr. Walker, the current 9th grade success coach, joining you today with my partner, Ms. Stefania, the current senior success coach. And we will be talking about some engagement. Thank you all for joining today. And I just want to talk to you guys what our community school has been completing together regarding engagement. So we've been having town hall meetings
almost every month where the principal, administrators, guidance counselors, and the staff are able to discuss academic progress and expectations by grades as a whole. Students have been having one-on-one progress meetings with administration, their teachers, guidance counselors to discuss their academic progress, of course. Teachers also have held student-led conferences to keep the students informed of their progress. There have been PTA meetings to inform our families of state and city mandates initiatives. The parent leadership of Boys and Girls Institute was established in 2018. This institute meets monthly with parents that participate in workshops designed to help them support their child's academic progress. And we also have our study halls every Monday and Thursdays. So we have been working together with the students. And I just want to ask you guys a few questions. The first question I got for you guys is, as a student, what do you think is working to support your academic growth with remote learning? And for my parents, I got a question for you too. What do you think is working to support your child's academic growth with remote learning? You guys can write in the chat.
And students also share what you have been struggling with in school and with remote learning, and what are you most proud of?
I'm gonna repeat the first question for sure. As a student, what do you think is working to support your academic growth with remote learning? And as a parent, what do you think is working to support your child's academic growth with remote learning?
And you can use the chat room, or you can unmute yourself and just speak.
Yes.
You guys could also feel free to include whatever it is that you feel like you've been struggling with, what's been hard for you.
Abigail said doing the work. Okay. Ms. Chung said the teachers are there every day for the kids. I like that. Angelique said work. Midori said the study halls.
What are you most proud of?
Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Don't say Tafari Green.
Tafari Green.
Go ahead.
It's easier to learn.
I like that, Tafari.
Thank you, Mr. Walker.
My boy Ovi said always having the teachers available for assistance. Very important. Communication is key, y'all. Don't forget it.
Midori says showing up to school on time and getting work done. Evan says the dedication, even though he's been slacking.
If any more parents want to share, feel free. Yes, Nelson, you got to come to the study hall. Ms. Perez said the support and communication from the educators, staff, the platforms put in place to enhance the process of remote learning. Miss Sophia Brown, she said, hi, Travis has been having a bad start where he's been absent a lot, but now he is happy he's got his laptop from the school with the help of Miss Lewis.
I think Tafari Green gets better grades at home doing homeschooling. With the exception of 1 or 2 classes, but I think he does better home.
I like that. And Ms. Chung said, I hope the kids are taking the opportunity to go to school every day from home. I hope they are too. Because I'm going to get them. But for the sake of time, Ms. Stefania, I think we should continue to the second question.
Yes, yes. How can we make remote learning more engaging for students? Think about technology wise, maintaining the curriculum rigor. So I'm going to ask that again. How can we make remote learning more engaging for you guys? Whether it's technology wise, whether it's based on the curriculum, the workload, how can it be more convenient for you where it could be more, where you could be more successful?
And you guys could be honest.
Yeah, and this is open to everyone.
Nobody?
Think about the lessons your teachers are doing, how they're doing them, what kinds of different things would you like to see in a classroom. I know some teachers use a lot of apps and different kinds of, like, I think one is called flow something. But I don't know, just think about ways to, how can the teachers help make the programs more interesting for you. And also think about technology. Are you having issues with understanding certain things? So, what would make that easier for you?
And if it's fine the way it is, please let us know.
Yeah, there's things that are working. Definitely say what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys can continue to add it in the chat as we go along. We're going to move on to the next question for the sake of time. If it comes to you guys, please feel free to add it in the chat. Oh, someone says, are they saying that they're learning and how they're understanding because they are home? I'm sorry, I don't understand that.
Nah, I think what did she say? Are you saying that they're learning how to understand?
Okay, Ovi also says that he likes it the way it is because they provide things that are easy to access while you're working. Okay.
I like that.
If any teachers want to chime in too, what can be helpful for you, for the students to be doing during this time? Like, what would help you have a successful classroom?
Well, good evening. This is Mr. Beckford here. Hi, Miss Cindy.
Hello, Mr. Beckford.
Yeah, hi. We're obviously trying our best. I am a math teacher here at Boys and Girls. We're obviously trying our best, but just a little bit more communication from the students, I think, would help in our remote instruction. So they're free to ask whatever it is, whatever questions they have, they're free to ask, and and just sharing their voice, because what these students say are very important. I find it like it encompass everything. So I would just simply say just a bit more interaction.
Thank you, Mr. Beckford, and thank you for everyone else that is commenting in the chat section. We are out of time for this pillar. I'm going to hand it over to the next person.
Yes.
All right, so the next topic is mental health and health. So far, what we've accomplished in summary, remotely and in school, we've done individual sessions on social emotional issues. NYU Lutheran has provided services. We've done wellness group sessions focusing on building social emotional skills through discussion, mindfulness, socializing activities. We've provided resources to family, free Wi-Fi devices, referrals for counseling, remote learning devices, food distribution, financial relief, Parent Leadership Institute, and Urban Yogis and Emerge Soul provided wellness services. And so those are the things that happen remotely and in school, and only remotely so far includes created grief resources link on Boys and Girls website. It was a support group, GSS Google Classroom, links and videos to support transition, and staff lounge on Google. So the questions for this mental health and health topic include: what additional mental health issues are our children and families facing, especially now with remote learning, social distancing, and quarantining? What important additional health or mental health services do you feel are not currently available in your community or accessible to families? How can we make sure families are aware of the services being offered? We are currently utilizing the following systems: Kinvolve, Boys and Girls High School website, Google Classroom announcements, emails to students, text messages, and phone calls. So the questions are listed and you guys can just jump in.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Miss Maraza. So I'll just take the first question just in case we don't remember, right? So the first question was, what additional health or mental health issues are our children and families facing, especially now with remote learning or social distancing or quarantining? Please feel free to write any of these answers in the chat or unmute your mic. Midori says stress. Thank you, Midori. And it can be anything that you feel, right? So I know that sometimes mental health and health issues seem a bit scary, but it's anything that you feel that's not academic at this time. Ms. Gaston says, shout out to our community supporters, a special one from me to Ms. Sherry, virtual hugs. Thank you, Ms. Gaston. The second question is, what important additional health or mental health services do you feel are not currently available in our community or accessible to families? Sherry Hobson wrote grief counseling. Miss Stefania wrote free or low cost therapy. The last question is, how can we make sure families are aware of the services being offered? We are currently utilizing the following systems. So we use Kinvolve, Boys and Girls High School website, Google Classroom announcements, emails to students, text messages, and phone calls. So what are other things that we can do that can be helpful? Ms. Chung wrote, are the kids feeling that they are being reached? That's a good question. Students, do you feel like you are being reached and you have someone to talk to from the school? Midori wrote yes.
I think we could flip that question around and ask the staff, do you feel like the students are communicating with us? Because I know from me personally, this is Miss Cindy. I reach out to all my students on my caseload and email, text, and some respond, some don't. I don't take it personal. But I think that when the young people are ready to reach out, they do, even if they don't respond to our messages. And I just wanted to add for the grief counseling part, we did 2 grief counseling groups over the past couple of weeks. We also provided a 1-page resource for parents and the students. Everything is on the Boys and Girls website under the student or parent tab, and then you would look under grief support or grief counseling, I think it's called. And then in there's links to the staff members and stuff, and links to different resources online.
Is there anything that we can be doing more as a staff in order to make you feel supported?
That's a good question, Ms. Moraza.
Abigail said less work. So there was a couple of questions, Rashad. Which one are you referring to? Ms. Chung says, I think you guys do awesome work. Well, thank you, Ms. Chung.
I think maybe I like the question that Ms. Chung asked about do the students feel like they're being reached? So maybe finding additional ways to sort of like even assess whether or not students know where they can go to for help when they need help, if they need help. Adding more areas like that so we know like what students need and when they need it. Because they might not need everything we offer when we offer it. So
Rashad and Aaron echoed and saying that they would like less work. Thank you, Ms. Lewis, for sharing that. Okay. Midori said, I wouldn't say all teachers are reachable because some don't answer their emails. So maybe having teachers be aware of like the emails that are being sent out. And also remember that students can rely on their guidance counselors and the success coaches in order, if you can't reach someone, we will make sure that that the person that needs to be reached, that we will get an answer as well, okay? There's multiple resources for you all. Right, in the interest of time, if anyone else doesn't have any other things to add. Well, Ms. Chung says to have a happy kid is to have a well-rounded family. I agree. All right, well, in the interest, okay. Ms. Trina says continuing school on a platform that was developed in 3 days is amazing. This is new for everyone. Agreed. And if that's all, we can move forward on to the next presenter. Thank you all for participating and having your voices be heard.
Okay, so
our
now
next presenters are.
yeah, Chris and Tremaine to do the school culture.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I thought Tremaine. All right. So for school culture, question: what do you like about our school environment? Let's compare in school versus remote learning. What are some suggestions you have to make it better? When thinking about the safety of our school, what are you mostly concerned about now? And how do we maintain a positive school culture when we get back into the building while also implementing new social distancing COVID-19 requirements? So these are some things to think about, guys. Take your time. But as like any other question, your opinions matter. Your voice matters. And the school is always down for making things more accessible and easier for you guys to succeed. So please just give some serious thought into what the school year can look like for you guys, whether it's remote learning or whether if we're in the building. And you got to think about social distancing is still in place. How can we do that in school and still have a good, friendly, positive, and fun school culture? Usually, if we was in the building, it would be me throwing out a lot of ideas right now, but I'm leaving it to you guys. So hit me.
We could start with the easy question. What do you like about school, in the school, and remote learning? Let's start there. What do you like?
Ms.
So
Chang
I'm just gonna read
responded
the
and
comments.
said getting tested. I believe
Yeah, can
that's in reference to maintaining social distancing.
Okay. Midori, thank you. She said, your ideas is valid. All right, let's start with the first question. Let's see it. Safety getting tested. What do you like about our school environment? Like, can you guys drop some things? What I like about the school environment is Spirit Week. Do you guys want more of Spirit Week, more things for us to engage in, like dressing up and having fun, twin day, cartoon day, character day? Should we do more of those things?
Yes, we should.
All right, thank you. Yes, more Spirit Week. Okay, what about what are some suggestions you have to make it better? Do more Spirit Weeks. No, they need to be longer. 25 minutes is not a Evan, can you elaborate on it needs to be longer? What exactly needs to be longer? More icebreakers? More icebreakers online or in school,
We're
guys?
talking about class.
Oh, class? Okay. Just usually icebreakers is for people that aren't acquainted with each other or aren't familiar with each other. For the most part, you guys are familiar with each other, so I don't think we should be spending days on icebreakers. Oh, more icebreakers online. Okay, I like that. What about how do you
Javon
guys?
Beek said fun days. Okay.
Comparing to in the building and online. In the building, we had a silent dance party. Online, we had the DJ live session. Do you guys want more of those type of things?
Yes, thank you.
And mind you, you guys are young, you guys are smart. We can make fun out of anything. We can have a 6 feet party where everybody's partying with each other 6 feet apart. It sounds crazy, but it's possible. Tremaine, can you mute or never mind. Social
Social
dance.
dance. Can you elaborate a
The
bit?
social distancing dance.
Let's get a 6 feet popping.
Okay.
All right, let's get a social distancing 6 feet popping. What about let's spend one more minute.
How you gonna make that work, Chris?
Question. Any more things that can make the school more lively? Come on, guys, throw it at me. What about paint? What about paint and sip? Where you guys sip on some cool apple ciders and paint images? Maybe images reflecting on the times that we're going through. How do you guys feel about that?
Chris, I just want to add, like, having more celebratory events. So a lot of our students, especially during this remote learning, have been like really persevering and being consistent and cutting with their work and have been doing like fantastic, asking everything out. I think we should like motivate them, and I know they just that I've spoken to have appreciated the the congratulations and things like that. So I think just having more events to celebrate students who are really like, you know, working hard despite the challenges that they are facing right now.
Okay. And thinking about remote learning, how do you guys feel about more live session? Trey, please. Thank you, Trey. Thinking about more remote learning and live sessions, how do you guys feel about if we start doing some tutorials on like easy prep stuff that you can cook at home, you know, meals within 30 minutes and stuff like that? How do you guys feel about that? And then also we used to have tea time in the building, but we can also have tea time online. How do you guys feel about that? Drop it in the comments. Yes, sir. Sure. Yes. Okay, Aaron, I see you. Yes, sir. That would be valid. Okay. Also, I'm curious, would you guys also love sometimes like just to have live sessions just to clear your mind? I don't want to call it a therapy session. We call it our tea time, but just sometimes where you guys can find a space and you can vent about everything that's going on in the world. Would you guys like that? Yes. Can we do online college tours? Interesting question, Dory. I like it.
Yes, we can.
Tea time, college. Okay. All right, guys. I want to jump to this second question because I know time is burning. Thinking about school safety of our school, what are you most concerned about right now? What are you guys most concerned about? Talk to me. Thinking about our school safety, what do you got?
This question is also open to the teachers, especially, and the parents.
Thank you, Tremaine, for that reminder. As far as what? I mean, I don't know. Grades. I love how you guys are concerned. Nothing about this virus is just about all grades. Like, can we think if the virus is in play? What are you guys thinking about? Come on, just a few more comments, and I'm going to jump on to the last question. Going back to the school building, okay? What about going back to the school building scares you? Can you get a little bit more specific? Ms. Whittingham said it's always safe as long as she's in the building, and you know that. That's a fact. Being in the house, they can't take much more of it. Wearing masks. Great observation, Aaron. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump on to this third question. How do we maintain the positive school culture when we get back into the building while also implementing new social distancing and COVID-19 requirements? Meaning, what are some ways that we can still maintain the fun and the love and support that we have in the building, but still honoring these regulations, these requirements? 30 seconds remaining. Oh, Lord, she's counting us down. Come on, guys. Somebody throw it in there. Throw it in the comments. Give me something.
Miss S made a valid question. How can we possibly ensure CDC guidelines for social distancing.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer, but that's a good question. Sports, because I'm getting fat. Okay. Posted everywhere. These children have to. Oh man, I'm gonna need a little bit more responses that are credible, guys. Something a little bit more with some actually like step plans to it.
Stefania said hybrid options, online and in school.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Oh, unfortunately, guys, that's time. What they're asking, are we all gonna have to wear masks? That would be honoring the COVID-19 requirements. So yes, if COVID-19 is still in effect, I'm guessing we're still gonna have to wear masks in school.
I
And
mean,
know
that also depends. That's a Ms. Whittingham question, because if you think about the safety of the school and the cameras, we can't wear hats to certain in the school because it covers our faces, and so masks cover our faces. So I think that's something that I guess the DOE and the districts, they have to really talk about before they can make a definite, decision on that one.
Yeah, and if I can just add to that, Ms. Cindy. So please know that a lot of these things are still in discussion with the Department of Education. We will have to follow CDC guidelines and the guidelines as implemented by the state and the governor. So that's why this is important information, because we need to hear from you.
Thank you guys for coming to the rescue. I didn't know my way around that one. All right, so I'm assuming that's it, right, Miss Murad? That is time. So are we on to the next slide?
All right. Yeah.
Oh, hey, nice.
Quick question. Could I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Yes.
Time's up. Okay.
No, go ahead.
When the kids start back school, I know because my son does track, and also you guys go out and do movies and all that great stuff, and I'm thankful and I'm appreciative. Could there be any kind of busing? Is there any grant for that, instead of them trying to get on the train and they're struggling? Sometimes the trains don't operate and they got to try to find their way. I just find that very, that's a bit much. Sometimes the train doesn't go to where they got to go to track meet, or they got to come home late from the movie theaters. It's a bit, too much. Is there any kind of busing that can, bus them to and from track meet and to the movie theaters?
That's a great question. Is there anybody that can answer that question other than me?
Well, I will. And I'm Miss Cindy. Feel free to jump in, or Nigel. Both the school and Good Shepherd Services, we actually have a budget where we try to fund as many buses for activities as possible.
Right.
Please know everything is contingent upon the budget of the school, our programs, needs of students. So we are also trying to make sure that our families have their voices heard. So this is a great opportunity for me to remind you, please, and this for everyone, fill out the census. That is one of the things that resources to our communities. And we need help, because that's how we get money into our schools, our programs, and everything else.
Okay, great. And like I said, it's a great thing. I appreciate it. But sometimes them coming home that time of the night, I got to go out there and meet them. It's a great thing. Keep it up, doing a great job. But especially, like I said, the track meet, they got to try to find their way to get to wherever they got to get to. It's a bit, much. So they can provide busing for them, the track.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for your feedback. That's exactly what the forum is about. Parents, teachers, students, and community members coming together and bringing ideas to the table so we can come up to next year and have a wonderful year.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you guys all for your feedback for those three pillars. We do have additional pillars that we would like to send via email. So please look out for the survey we're going to drop down in the text box. Also, we're going to send it via Kinval. So look out for the survey. Please make sure you complete that as well too.
Okay then. Thank you. Have a blessed one.
All right. We're at the end of our forum. I would like to thank you guys all for participating. One, I would like to introduce Ms. Gaston, our parent coordinator. Ms. Gaston, you there?
Yes, I am.
A few words before we exit.
Okay, I'm going to say just a few words. First of all, thank you all so very much for coming out this afternoon. This was amazing, simply amazing. Thank y'all for all coming into the room, voicing your opinions and answering these questions. The feedback was phenomenal, and I'm sure that we will debrief. And as always, we will make these things come into fruition. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to you, Ms. Harrison Walker, and to the Good Shepherd staff for diligently working and putting this all together to bring us all in this place. To all of our teachers, thank you all so much. And most of all, our students and our families. It's just so good to see all of you here. So that's all I have to say. I just want to thank y'all all for coming. Just remember one thing for me. I want you all to be safe out here. Be well, be good to yourselves. And if you cannot do that for yourself, please don't go and do anything harmful to anybody else. So I guess you will be all Purelling and be welling. I thank y'all so much. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Thank you so much, Mama G, for that. Again, like Ms. Gasson said, thank you guys all for coming to our forum. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next year.